Welcome to Dev2B. This is my development vlog where I intend to post updates to games that I'm working on. Hopefully gain a little bit of interest and some input from what people might be interested in seeing in some games. My goal is to focus on multiplayer VR games, which it seems to me there's kind of a gap for just some basic cool games that people might enjoy in that area. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm a new developer. I'm kind of learning Unity still, learning VR. So this is just kind of a process as I work to develop and add some capabilities. So the first game that I'm working on right now is basically a little tank shooter. And right now it's not in VR. It's just trying to learn the multiplayer capabilities using mirror network. It took me a minute to get used to, but it seems like overall it's fairly straightforward. And so what I have right now is basically a little bit of setup here. I have a tank that I'm going to be able to spawn in. And so you can see right now, we can play that in Unity. And go ahead and do localhost for now. We'll do host and server here. See, here's a little tank, and it drives around our little map here, and we have the ability to go ahead and shoot some projectiles. So just a very basic, straightforward multiplayer game is the setup. And then what we can do is using a cool asset called ParrelSync, I can actually create replicas of the project I'm working on. So right here, this is a replica, and I can go ahead and play that as well. So because this one right over here is hosting and a client, I can come over here and actually join. So without having to build it, I can go ahead and just join as a local host. And we can see now the new tank in this screen is moving around. It's being tracked. We can go ahead and fire projectiles from this tank. And we can even take some damage if we hit each other. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. One cool thing that I was working on to make sure that exists is if I go ahead and kill these, is I went ahead and actually rented a server and set that up. So if I go ahead and spin that up, I can see now on my server port quad 7s, I can go ahead and play and connect as a client, play, collect as a client, and so now this is actually being hosted. See, there's a little bit more delay and when it moves from one to the other because now it's on a server which happens to be in Dallas right now. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. The next step is to intend to add the VR capability. So right now you can see the camera on both of them, even though it's different players, is tracking a single tank. So instead of trying to fix that on a non-VR platform, I'm going to fix that when I add VR. So with that, hopefully you guys are interested to follow my development. I intend to make the builds available as well, so if you do want to play them as I gain some more progress, I'd be welcome to have you guys give it a shot. Give me some inputs about controllability or features that might be cool or bugs that you happen to find. So with that, thanks for checking out my channel. Look forward to hopefully seeing you guys join me on my journey to make some multiplayer VR games.